Oh, happy Friday, guys, and welcome into the stream. And I hope you're having an awesome Friday because we got some money to be made. We got some bets to place. And my name is Billy Collins. I hope you guys are having a kick-ass day. And if you're not, well, then we're going to change that right now. And we're going to make some money, smash some bets because we have a huge, capital Y, huge NBA slate tonight. Kind of small college basketball night tonight, but we got some stuff going on. And we're starting off over on Prize Picks, looking at some of the top 5 and 6 pick slips with the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer. Hope you guys, again, are having an awesome Friday. Let me know. How's it going for you thus far? I got a EuroLeague basketball bet. I'm waiting in the fourth quarter right now on AS Monaco. Not sure how that's going to pan out, but we'll see what's going on. Starting off on Prize Picks, though, anything that's in green and in orange, yellow color, I'm still good with putting together a 5-pick slip. So outside of really maybe Matthew Stafford on the fantasy scores, I'm not really crazy about this, but over here on Cardenas, James Cook, Randall, Hart, I know everybody hates this Josh Hart under 10.5 boards. Dude's been balling out. One guy that could legit go for 15, 20 boards in the game, Josh Hart, is ridiculous. But if you don't like this Josh Hart play, you don't have to play it. You could put the Cardenas, Cook, Randall, Nico Collins, Will Howard play. You could run those all together as a 5 or 6-man entry. But appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with me today. I'm going to be on tomorrow on the OddsJam stream, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So I can kind of answer some of your questions. Tomorrow's stream at 11 a.m. Eastern, you get this face, right? And if you're looking for Alex, you got to ask him. Ask Alex where he is. I'm not sure. Where's Alex? Could be the new game now. Where's Alex at instead of where's Waldo? Let's go over to Underdog and let's see what we got cooking on Underdog. Now, if you guys don't know, if you're like, who's this clown on my screen? I live in Pennsylvania, and my name's Billy. And so I don't have access to the DFS books in Pennsylvania. Stay hot, Pennsylvania, with your DFS laws. So the best that I can do right here is just share with you guys some of the top plays over here on the screen. So we're going to pull up here, select all. And I'm just going to get rid of fantasy scores. I'm not really a huge fan of fantasy scores. Again, if you are, no problem at all. It's just not my cup of tea. But looking over here, maybe a Nakamura, and then we got some esports plays. Not the greatest options right now for Underdog for 6-pick entries. But again, the sports betting odds are always changing. So we can always come back here. We're going to come back here a little bit later and check some different plays as well. I'm going to go through all the DFS books. I'm going to check out fliff, check out rebet, and show you guys kind of what's cooking. If we find some good fliff plays, I'm going to smash those up. Guys, what's going on? So you're going to get me tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time because it's a massive college basketball slate. And then on Sunday, I'll be back on here at noon Eastern, right before college basketball, NBA, NFL playoffs, right? We're going to kind of look at everything. So we're not just looking at DFS today on the stream, guys. I'm going to look at arbitrage. I'm going to look at middle betting. I'm going to look at positive EV betting and just share with you guys some of the best plays for DFS. For 5-pick entries, again, if you don't want to play 5-pick entries with insurance, that's okay. I mean, but from OddsJam's perspective, there's no value here for 3 picks, 2 picks. This is all red. Kind of for me, the line in the sand, which is the red slips, it's kind of the point of no return. I don't go after those plays. Let's take a look at some fliff entries, see what we got cooked. Wow, Ravens plus 17. Well, that's because it's like minus 2,000 odds. All right, so let me go ahead and throw in at least a minimum. I like a minimum of 2 data points, right? And especially when we're betting on fliff right now, I like to maybe go after Pinnacle and then maybe FanDuel for NBA player props. And maybe I'll set this up from minus 150 to plus 110. So if you guys like to rock with that, I might go after, let me see, Desmond. I was looking at Jaylen Brown. So there's only a couple books that's offering their opinion on Jaylen Brown over 3.5 points. First quarter total points, right? But Desmond Bain under 1.5 steals, minus 125. FanDuel's at minus 140. I can get down on this a little bit more. And again, guys, we're a little early when it comes to going after this. Little player prop bets, I can start to get into this. Typically, an hour before tip, I'm all in on player prop bets. But when we're looking at, we're a little bit earlier before that, I'm okay with going after that. So what? This is the Grizzlies, Spurs. Probably already passed it up. No, it's right here. And then we're looking for Desmond Bain under 1.5 steals. Let's take a look. Hope you guys, if you're just joining the stream, welcome in. I'm your substitute teacher for today, Mr. Collins. And I am so excited that you guys are just joining with me today, and we're going to smash some bets, make a couple bucks. And Desmond Bain. So I got so the tough part here is it's only about a 1.5% edge. For me, guys, I'm good with a unit on this play, maybe a little bit less than a unit. It's not a massive EV edge, but I'm okay with it. I'm just going to go we're going to go 125. So I'm just going to try to make $100 and do it there. All right, there we go. Bingo. First play of the day, Desmond Bane. Now, again, if you're serious about making money sports betting, I don't care. You have to track your bets. I love OddsJam's Bet Tracker. If you guys want to use Pickett, I'm good with Pickett. If you want to just write them down on a piece of paper, you could do that, but it's probably not fun. Use an Excel spreadsheet. But this is where we are right here, a little Bet Tracker. Bingo. There we go. Now, if you want to go after the Josh Giddey, Derek White, Grady Dick plays, you can. I like to go at, I would prefer something 2% EV edge or higher. But if this is what it is, you can go after that, right? And if you want to put Jaylen Brown and Desmond Bane in a 2-leg parlay, be my guest. Let's take a look at rebet while we're going over here. Go Blue, parlay time. Daniel, what's going on? So I appreciate the guys that are like, who's this clown? Some guys are like, who's this clown? And other guys are like, this clown's not bad. He's okay. It's still kind of a good show, guys. It's not the same, but it's okay. But I appreciate What Up Sports. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. So we're looking over here at rebet. Now I'm a bit limited on rebet. I'll say that. So again, I'm not going to cook up a slip over here for parlays though. That fliff one over there. If you wanted to go, who's just asking that? Go Blue. You want to go Jaylen Brown over 3.5 first quarter points. Pair that with Desmond Bane under 1.5 steals on fliff. 2-leg parlay. 2-leg parlays are my favorite. Obviously, they're the most conservative type of parlays. But I'm cool with that. I like that. And if you guys also want to pair, I don't know, Nuggets Heat over on third quarter points with like the T-Wolves plus 10, you could do that. These are kind of juicy, a little spicy, but I'm okay with that. Let's go over to parlay play. We'll look at Dabble. We'll look at Sleeper. We'll kind of look at it all. Parlay play, big trash right now. Not much going on in parlay play. Let's take a look at DraftKings Pick 6. You got to be kidding me. No profitable plays? Really? Nah, that can't be right. No. No way. All right, fine. All right, we're moving on. If there isn't value, I'm not sticking around. Let's go. Dabble 5-pick slip. No insurance on these plays for 5 picks. Cam, LeBron, Goff, maybe Lamar, Jaylen Brown. You could go after this. Again, this Jaylen Brown play seems like some of the DFS books really like it. A lot of books offering their opinion. That's why we love Cam Johnson. This whole entire stream, guys, is data-driven, price-sensitive sports betting. I don't care what your gut likes. I don't. All I care about is what price am I getting this at the books. And so that's why the names and faces to me don't matter. Now, you can make money sports betting, player prop betting, if you know that LeBron's maybe on a minutes restriction tonight and you're like, yeah, I like that under 9 assists, right? There is value in bottom-up sports betting when you're looking at trends, statistics, minutes usage, how the coach likes. Maybe JJ Redick plays LeBron a lot tonight. Maybe he doesn't. If you know that, there's a lot of ways you can make money sports betting. For me, my cup of tea, how I like my jam is right here. So a lot of the sports books have this at either set, like Caesars has the under favorite at 17.5. Same with BetOnline. We're getting this at 18.5. So we're getting an extra point. This is a really big deal. This helps us out a lot. That's that edge when everyone's like, yo, bro, I got a sharp play tonight. That's sharp. That's what's so sharp about this play. Let's take a look over at, let me look at Vivid Picks, and then we'll jump into, does anyone use Parlay, the new DFS book? Because I'll showcase it, obviously. We're looking at Vivid Picks 5-man insured slip right here. They're running the Lamar promo, so if you could pair the Lamar promo with these, I really like that because you already know Lamar is going to throw for a passing yard, so we just got to hit the other 4 plays. But if anyone uses Parlay, let me know. Obito, bro, I live in a state where I can't play DFS, bro. Pennsylvania, it's illegal. Well, not illegal, but they don't allow it. I can't play any slips, brother. I can't make them. This is the best I could do for you. I'm doing the best I can. So I can't make anything. I can't make Vivid Picks, Prize Picks, Underdog. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm toast. So what all I can do is I can showcase to you the best plays that if you were going to make a slip, this is what you could do. All right, so over here on Parlay, this is pretty crazy. We're looking at like Dalton Schultz over 3.5 receptions at plus 161. Like, what is it? Are you kidding me? This is the plays? Are you kidding me? I got to move like to North Carolina ASAP. I know it's available in some other states, but I could probably spend the entire stream going over plays from Parlay. That's a Parlay with an E on the end of it. So, oh yeah. Love it. Unbelievable. All right, so, you could spend the entire day. I'll pause here for a second. If anyone uses Parlay, you want to take screenshots. All these plays are just, they're not even like kind of good. They're ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me show thrills too. Anything that's going on thrills, and then we'll look at maybe no vig profit X. Yeah, I mean these thrills plays are super juicy. If you want to play them, go ahead. I'm not really into the minus 3,000s. Not my strategy. Not what I really like. Let's take a look at no vig. So no vig. Yeah. Not bad. Okay. No vig's decent. Let's see. I like to look at like right here. Pinnacle and FanDuel for like Keontae George over 5.5 assists has this at minus 110, minus 115. We can get this at a 2% edge. Let me throw up no vig. So the only thing is with no vig and profit X, we just have to make sure there's actual like liquidity. As we mentioned before, guys, this is a peer-to-peer sports book. So we need to make sure there's actual liquidity available in these markets that we can go after it. Over 5.5 assists. Let me take a look at this. Keontae 5.5 plus 108. Yeah, there's some money here right now. I like this. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, so over on no vig, right? I'm going to go hit this up for $150. I'm going to leave you guys some money in there if you want this. I like this compared to FanDuel and Pinnacle. But again, there is some liquidity on Keontae George over 5.5. Still $200 if you guys want to tail this. I'm not greedy. I'll leave you some. All right, I'll leave a little cash on the table for you boys and ladies. If there's any ladies in here, bonjour. Probably not. But bingo, here we go. That's Keontae George. And again, I'm just going to throw this in for, 150? And we're in on our no vig play. Right? So, I mean, this is just an insane price. Now, if you're saying, Billy, yo, this is plus 104, but when you bet it, it was plus 108. Remember, how these exchanges make money is they don't care if you make $1 million on the account. All they care about is whoever wins the bet has to give them a little cut, a little percentage off the top. So OddsJam already calculates the fact that, we're getting this at a little bit of a cut, right? So this is going to be the same here. We'll go over to ProfitX and take a look. But appreciate you guys stopping by the stream, hanging out with me. I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. And we're going to smash some bets this afternoon to kind of get it going. Again, I'll be back on tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. If you guys are enjoying it, we're going to be back on the OddsJam channel, kind of doing the same thing. So let me go and maybe set this up to like minimum 4 data points. I want at least 4 sports books giving me opinions here. Kobe White, we're looking at the over 8.5 rebounds and assists, Bulls Hornets. Pinnacle doesn't have their odds here. FanDuel's at minus 102. Maybe like Akron point spread here, minus 3.5 against Ohio tonight. This is okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. Plus 105. This is all right. Let me take a look at some of the liquidity we got over here on the Akron play, and we can take a look. Actually, I totally forgot on ProfitX. I got to log in. Let me log in over at ProfitX, and I'll pull this up for you guys. Because I just was reminded today, if Satya's on the stream, Satya, I appreciate you, brother, telling me that this is actually, we can find this over here. They actually have a website that you can go after. So we're looking for Akron college basketball. And we're looking at this at what? Minus 3.5 at plus 105 odds. All right, let me see if I can do a little zoom in here because it's a little tough to read. All right, right here, 3.5 at plus 108 odds. There's about $36 available. So if you guys want to go grab this, I'm not going to bet on it. Okay, I like the play, but I'd rather you guys have a chance if you want to take this Akron bet at minus 3. Is it 3.5 or 2.5? It's 3.5, right? Wrong one. That's the arbitrage play. Yeah. Minus 3.5. If you guys want this, there's about $36 and change on it. You can go grab it. It's great value. If there was like $300, I would grab some, but I'm a nice guy. I'm not greedy. If you guys want some of this, go grab it. Unfortunately, not a ton of liquidity at the moment. Also, what you can do sometimes is if you don't see any odds here or any liquidity, you can see right down here where the 36 is, you can go ahead and, create your own market if you want to and create your own odds. That's what I really like about ProfitX as well. All right, so let's go over to the arbitrage tool. Let's see if we can find them some risk-free cash and kind of go through this. And we're just going to kind of bop around, guys, from all the tools. If you're new to sports betting, welcome in. And if you guys have been doing this for a long time, well, welcome in as well. You can see that I live in Pennsylvania, so Bet365 is such a sweet, sweet sports book to go after and take advantage of for arbitrage betting. Make sure that you set up your filters, okay? If you're like, yo, man, I just started arbitrage betting. It's a lot to take in. I'm missing out on plays. Well, then instead of like going after every book, just tee up like a BetMGM, a BetRivers, maybe a DraftKings. Tee up 4 sports books, right? Take advantage in setting up your filters. And then maybe if you just want a minimum percentage of at least 3% or higher, you can do so here. So that's kind of what the important part here is I'll just showcase all my Pennsylvania books. and go after it right here. And this is constantly going to change. So for Drew Banks with a double-double, I'll try to hit this up over at Sugar House. This is a Canby Sportsbook, Bet Rivers, Ballybet, Unibet. You boys know what it is. And so we're going to go throw this up. I'm going to log in first, and then we'll take a look at ProfitX. So let me log in over here. Let's take a look. All right, and let's go to NBA. And who's he play for? He plays for the Jazz. Jazz Pelicans. Let's take a look at NBA. We're just going to scroll all the way over here and come over to double-doubles. And then we're going to go down to Eubanks. So for him to not record a double-double is at minus 310 odds. For about $12,000 is out there. Okay, really, really good money. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over Sugar House right here, and I'm going to come down to the Jazz game. And then I'm just going to scroll down to player specials because that's where this is going to live. Right now, I know that there's a ton of money over there on ProfitX. So the first thing that I'm going to do is try to place this, see how much they're going to let me wager. Right? So if I try to wager $200, they're probably going to say, yeah, we're not going to let you wager $200 because you're limited. So $34 is the most that I can get down. Now, I'm not going to push this for trader review because I don't want the traders looking at my account. So I'll just pump in $34. I'll come back over to the arbitrage tool, and this is what we're going to get it at, right? So I'm going to wager 140, okay? Wager 140, and we're going to go ahead and grab this. So I know that the money's there. It's good. Place the wager. Got to confirm twice. And then place the wager here, and there it is. All right, so we're in over there, and so that's how it's kind of like you just kind of go back and forth here. So there's like $12,000 available out there on ProfitX. So if you have, let's say, a Bet Rivers and a Sugar House account, you could hit these up 2 different times, right? You can rebet this as much as you want on ProfitX and hit that play up, right? But that's kind of just how I like to go about it. If you want to go after, you can see Bet365 and ProfitX offers a number of great opportunities. And as we get closer to tip-off, guys, that's when you're really going to see the activity just explode with arbitrage opportunities. So if you're trying to figure out like, yo, man, when's the best time to arbitrage bet? An hour, or in this case, like we're about 2.5 hours before tip. This is a really good time to go after this. But you can see there's a ton of great opportunities, and ProfitX is leading the charge on a lot of these. I could hit up a lot more NBA plays with arbitrage betting. And even if I am limited, I can still get down a decent amount of value, right? So that's kind of the beauty here. Like CP3, ESPN Bet, Fanatics, MGM, you could bet the over 1.5 on his turnovers. And over here on ProfitX, you could bet the under. So let me go ahead and fire this up over here on this. Michael's asking me, do you think arb betting is worth it if you're only making $1 to $2 in arb? Well, I mean, it's all in the eyes of the beholder, Michael. It's a great question. Like, everyone's going to say, yo, bro, you're going to get limited by arbitrage betting. But it's like, yo, man, there's some guys out there that can really hustle and still make good money. $1 to $2 for me, that's a tough one. Okay, I'm not going to lie. That's tough, all right? I would say it's still worth it. But, I would rather you, Michael, figure out how much time you're set. What's your hourly rate that you're making arbitrage betting, right? So if you're setting an hour aside to arbitrage bet and you're only making, $10 an hour, that could be tough to do. But if you're making, $40 an hour arbitrage betting, then that's worth it, right? That's a good job making $40 an hour, even if you are just grinding. So if you can set 30 minutes to an hour aside every day, or 20 minutes, whatever you have set aside, go after that. I highly advise it. So CP3 on his turnovers, I'm going to go hit this up over here on BetMGM. Okay, one-click bet feature pulls it up for me automatically. We're here. So then I'm going to go over to ProfitX, and we're going to go over to the Spurs game, and I'm just going to go over to his turnovers. Okay, come over here, scroll all the way over, turnovers, and we're looking at CP3. Okay, so the under 1.5, there's about $3,100 available on his under. Now, if I wanted to ball out, I could go absolutely ham on this. But what I'm probably going to try to do here, guys, is looks like, did the odds change? Looks like it's slightly better at Bet 105. I don't see how the odds change, though. It seems to be still fine for me. We can still make good money. So what I'll try to do is bet 150 on BetMGM, bet maybe 140 over at ProfitX, and see if we can hit this up, okay? So first thing that I'm going to do is I know there's a lot of liquidity over here on ProfitX. Right? I can see that. So I don't need, I mean, it's dropped from 3,100 to 2,900, but I'm still okay. So I'm going to try to submit this bet first. Bingo. I'm in for $150 on the over 1.5 turnovers. Remember, he's either going to have 2 or more or 1 or less. So now, over here on ProfitX, if I get these at plus 117 odds, I'm probably going to get paid out at plus 113 odds if the under hits. So I'll go for 140. Okay, I'll go for 140. Right? Place this bet. So I got $290 totally invested. He's either getting 1 turnover or less or 2 turnovers or more in this game. No matter what happens, we take care of both outcomes and then lock in a risk-free profit no matter what happens. So ProfitX, guys, if you don't know, it is incredible for arbitrage betting. They welcome arbitrage bettors. No vig, ProfitX. They want your action. They want you to come over and arbitrage with them. They don't care, right? And so you can pick off a lot of stale sports books. And in this case, ESPN Bet Fanatics, Bet365 is a bit better here, but still, this is fantastic over here between these two books where we're locking in risk-free profit. Ken G, what's going on? And yes, for anyone that is an OG or DGen from my personal YouTube channel, for my streaming this morning, welcome in, guys. Appreciate you stopping by and supporting me. And for any OddGM guys that are maybe new to me or maybe only see me on videos, you kind of get me raw and uncut, and you really get a good idea of maybe what's going on and who I am. Game spread here, right? We got total games between the Sugar House and Caesars. I can go after this one. Either one, it doesn't really matter. Now, Caesars, I'm not limited yet on my Caesars book. Okay. And when I log into Caesars, guys, my email address is going to pop up when I log in. Assuming Caesars loads up. Maybe, maybe not. Let me double check this before I go ahead and just grab this. We're looking at Minar and Serendulo. So let me just check this out. We're going to what? Over under 20. That's why. That's why it didn't pull up on the one-click bet feature, because everything locked on Caesars, because Caesars screwed up. And now they're just realizing it happened. So don't get frustrated, guys. This is part of the arbitrage betting game. And again, making sure that you set the time up to create your filters, to smash some bets. This is what I love to do. And by the way, the reason that I don't have a minimum percentage set up right here, when you see my percentage, I got nothing set up here. Why? Is because I love to scroll down. And if I can see Pinnacle's logo down here with a recreational sports book, this is an automatic then ARB that I want to go after, the recreational sports book. Anytime I see an ARB to Pinnacle, which of course, when I'm talking about it, it's not happening. Stay hot, Billy. But anytime that I see Pinnacle's logo and then a rec book, I want to go after that rec book every single time. That's an automatic go, go, go situation. So spending some time right now, you can see there's a lot of really good plays. Again, when it comes to player props, you can go after these markets. I wouldn't be betting $1,000 on player prop markets, but moneyline spreads and totals, yes. You know, you're talking about set handicaps for tennis matches. This is where you can wager thousands of dollars. These are mainline markets, and especially when we're talking about like the NFL or NBA, you can go ham on these markets. Let me go over the positive, or let's take a look at the middles tool really quick. I want to see if there's any awesome middle opportunities. Now, middle betting, guys, if you're new to it, it's even better than arbitrage betting because you actually have an opportunity to win. Yeah, you leave yourself a window of opportunity to win the bet. Otherwise, it's the same as arbitrage betting. Yeah, you don't want to, okay, but you don't want to arb on the same book. Technically, now that's definitely frowned upon. That's going to get you in hot water with the book. Middle tool want to maybe load up for me? There we go. So yeah, you don't want to place an over on Caesars and then an under on that same game on Caesars. You don't want to do that. You're also always placing 2 bets on 2 different sports books, and that's how you're locking in a risk-free profit. That's arbitrage, right? BetMGM has no idea, unless they're watching on the stream. If you are, hi, that I placed another bet on another sports book to arb out of that Chris Paul bet. But they have no idea. They just know that I bet CP3 on his turnovers, on the over. That's all they know. So that's how it kind of works. Now, with middle betting, guys, again, setting up your parameters, your filters, you're going to get some great opportunities. This is Esports League of Legends. Bet365 offers this. Looks like if I let me clear out all my books to see if I can just go to my Pennsylvania books. Is there anything here? Yeah. So like Wendell Carter Jr. between Fanatics and No Vig, right? Both of these are actually pretty good. Ooh, I would love to hit this up on No Vig. Got to use my phone for this one. But this is going to be an opportunity where we can have a chance where if Wendell Carter Jr. lands exactly on 11 points, we're going to win both bets. So the first thing that I do is I'm going to come over here to no vig. I want to make sure there's some type of liquidity in this Magic Celtics game. We're looking at the under 11.5 points for Wendell Carter. Let's see. Yes. I can't say that word. Holy sugar pants. There's a lot of money in this. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do first, a lot of firsts. Man, when I see opportunity like this, I get really excited. All right, we're looking to bet the over 10.5. So this is a middle opportunity. And once we hit this up, I can kind of break down exactly what happens. And guys, that's kind of the whole point of these streams. I just want to help you guys make money sports betting. Any questions I can answer, I'm happy to help you out when it comes to sports betting. Where you at, Wendell? Where you at, dude? Did I pass you up? Slow. I get so excited sometimes, I can't chill. Did they remove him? They might have took him off the board. I think they took him off because otherwise he would still be here. Let's click refresh. Oh, pain. All right, if you guys have rebet, this is still really good. So the idea here, you click in the calculator, and if you wanted to bet $190, $100 on rebet, $90 on no vig, you're going to have a total investment of $190. If Wendell Carter scores 2 points tonight, the bet wins on no vig, loses on rebet, you make $5. If the bet wins and maybe Wendell scores 30 points, you win it on rebet, you lose it on no vig, you make $5. But if he scores exactly 11 points, then you're going to win both bets. And that's middle betting. Now, the opportunities don't pop up as often with middle betting, okay? But when they do, they're really good. And there's a chance here. This is kind of like Wendell Carter's main line for points, somewhere between 11. And this is fantastic. And so the whole idea behind middle betting is you're not only finding differences in price, the odds, right? When the plus odds are bigger than the minus odds, guys, this is an arbitrage. But then you're also finding line discrepancies. Rebet has this set too low. Novig has it set too high. So the middle is most likely the outcome that can happen here for Wendell Carter tonight if these sports books are really sharp. Greg, what's going on, brother? So, Zach, I hear you loud and clear, man, but you're not the only one, brother. All right, let's go over the positive EV tool. Let's take a look. All right. So we're looking over here. Again, this Wendell Carter maybe on ESPN bet looks pretty good at over 19.5 points and rebounds. Wendell Carter's popping up all over the place. This is just insane. Fliff might have just adjusted their odds. Compared to FanDuel, I'm going to bet this is straight over at Fliff because this looks really solid. Looks really, really solid. Martin, what's going on, brother? Hope you're having, and hopefully if you guys are just tuning in, hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. So you could just see FanDuel just plummeted in this price. They had this at like plus 137, went all the way down to minus 118. FanDuel's odds didn't fall out of the sky just because they felt like screwing up the price and changing things up. It was for a reason. So you want to take advantage, and Fliff moved down a bit, but this is where we want to kind of go after these books. You want to go after the Fliff. You want to go after ESPN bet. So I'm cool with this. Let's go ahead, hit this up over here on the Magic and the Celtics. Over 11.5 points. Now, again, guys, if you can hit this on the middle, I'm totally cool with it, but we're looking for Wendell Carter. Where you at, bro? Where you at? Bingo, and then we're going to click here on the arrow sign because we want to go to his alternate line, and this is going to be 120. Now, OGM's going to recommend that I wager $1,100 on this play, which I don't mind that recommendation, but I'm just going to throw $200 on this. Throw a little 200 on it. And there we go. We're in for 200 on Wendell Carter. And that's just, I mean, it's a great recommendation. Obviously on Fliff, as you guys know, the max wager is $500. And to be very honest, I'm just not quite comfortable wagering a full 500. It's just not, even if it is for my recommended bet size based off my bankroll, I'm just not quite ready for it. But compared to FanDuel, who I think is really sharp with NBA props, I really like this play. Let me do a quick refresh here. All right, so you see Wendell Carter's popping up all over the place. Bet365 users, this is great. If you want to put a 3-leg parlay together or a 2-leg parlay, Wendell Carter, maybe Colin Sexton, you guys can run this over at BetMGM. I don't mind running that at all. And let me see if there's another BetMGM play. So like Derek White. So here's what I'm going to run a 2-leg parlay. Colin Sexton, maybe on his under points and assists. This is just a massive favorite to FanDuel. It looks really good. I'm cool with that. So I'll click the one-click bet feature, pull this play up. We're going to click off the CP3, And then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to add Derek White over on his points and rebounds. Okay? So this is going to be a 2-leg parlay over at BetMGM, and I'll probably throw like 100, maybe $1.50 on this. And once the gold spinny wheel, that's the only thing that drives me crazy about BetMGM, is it just takes forever. Live betting, BetMGM is just such a pain, but it's a great book that offers a ton of opportunities that we can make money off of. And again, guys, this is how I love to build my parlays. When I can find 2 individual plays that have an edge and throw that in a parlay, that's exactly the recipe that I look for. So we click off of CP3. I come over here. Maybe I want to throw $100 on this parlay. And bingo, we're in. So I'm going to take a little screenshot right here. This is for my record-keeping purposes. Now, if you want to know how to throw these parlays into your bet tracker, it's pretty simple. Just open up the play, and then we're going to take Derek White on the over, and then Colin Sexton, we're taking his under. Sorry, the under 27.5 points and assists. And we're just going to click the under right here. Now, I got this at minus 120. And then up here in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see that when I open and expand this, bingo. These are both right here. Now, I might have to adjust the odds because we saw the odds just change there. But you just come over here, you click $100. You can see we're getting paid out the most running this 2-leg parlay at MGM compared to Caesars or Fliff. Just click the plus sign. Bingo. There it is. And I'm going to hop back over the DFS optimizer, guys, for Prize Picks, Underdog, Better, all those. We're going to run through all those again. But this is how I really like to run with the parlays. Now, my filter setup right now, I believe I'm using FanDuel as the sharp book. If we want to go after OddsJam's recommended weights, that's fine. I like using power. I like using worst case. Additive for long shots, multiplicative. I'm cool with really all these settings. This is just more my jam. It's what I really like. I have this set up for a plus 150 maximum odds. I got a minimum of 3%. You want to raise this to like 4 or 5%? That's fine by me. We're looking for just for plays for today, and I got all the markets currently teed up. Now, looking at OddsJam, again, we just bet Wendell Carter over. If I wanted to add more to this position, I could bet the over again on BetMGM. Again, it's really depends and comes down to your risk tolerance. How risky do you want to get with this? Do you want to keep things conservative? Do you want to go a little more aggressive? If you want to go aggressive, then you'll bet the over 9.5, over 10.5, and then tail me over a Fliff at the over 11.5, right? But you got all your eggs now in one basket. If Wendell Carter goes out and has a terrible game shooting tonight, and he goes like 1 from 10 from the field and scores like 3 points, and like we're in trouble, right? So you want to maybe the easiest number to hit is the over 9.5. It's also the most EV. We talked about Derek White, how we just bet him over here. If you want to go after this again, you can. Jose Alvarado over on ProfitX, the over 3.5 assists. Sometimes these plays are just so good. I can't, the price is so good, I can't pass it up. This is an ARB to Pinnacle. Small ARB, but it's an ARB. And anytime I can find an ARB to Pinnacle, it's go time. So on ProfitX, Jose Alvarado over 3.5 assists. Dude plays for the Pelicans. And let's take a look. And what you're going to notice with me, guys, is I hit up some plays, but I would much rather explain. I want you guys to get inside my head. I want to tell you exactly what I'm thinking behind these plays. And if nothing else, you might be able to take some bits and pieces of what I tell you and add it to your strategy, add it to your repertoire. That's what I'm really hoping to do with these streams. I might not hit 50 bets up on the stream, but I want to take the time to explain to you why I like this bet. And sometimes with Alvarado, the price is just so good here at plus 144. I can't say no to it. I really can't. So there's $7,700 available on this. I'm just going to grab $200. Bingo. There we go. Over whatever it is, 30 some $100. Over 30. Dude, can you talk, Billy? Yeah, we got plenty of opportunity here. So there's a lot going on. This is a really sharp play, and I like it, right? Using OddsJam's formula, you know, and the only reason I'm not betting the recommended bet size, brutally honest with you guys, I'm a chicken. I'm just not ready for it. I'm not comfortable maybe betting 390 on this play. I'm just not. And that's going to be the difference. I'm most likely underbetting my edge, which hopefully you guys can learn from me what not to do maybe. It's not maybe not the best example. But I'm just, quite frankly, not comfortable betting that high of an amount. Now, Nick Claxton, like this as well. Let me take a look at Jimmy Butler. We'll look at Claxton. I'm pretty limited on DraftKings for player prop bets. But again, this is just a great price. Looking at just using OddsJam's algorithm here. Obviously, FanDuel's at minus 146. This is a really good price on the over. It's almost an ARB to FanDuel. So I'm really in on that. Jimmy Butler on his points under 14.5 at no vig. Wow, look at this. Pinnacle, FanDuel, I like this. If I jump into this play, take a little bit more of a look here, we'll see what we got cooking. All right, Pinnacle's kind of just chilling here. Even line. Same with FanDuel. And no VIGs kind of jumped up 2 hours ago, and they're kind of here. But again, this is just such a great price to all the other books. I want some of this. So we're looking at the Nuggets. We're looking at the Heat. And let me go over here and find the game first. Make sure there's some liquidity, and then we'll go after it. After we hit this play up, I'm going to go back over to the optimizer and show you guys some prize picks and underdog plays. We're just kind of bouncing back and forth. What an awesome Friday. I'm just having a great Friday. I hope you guys are too, man. Really glad you're able to hang out with me for a little bit, and we can kind of tail some sharp plays and smash some bets. Dude, I'm not lying. The liquidity was just there. It was just there. Whoever scooped it up, bro. Someone just scooped this up like literally seconds ago. So, all right, that's fine. Let's move over to the optimizer and let's get back into some prize picks and underdog plays. We'll start off with prize picks. And let me throw at least 2 minimum data points over here so you guys can go. And I'll just pause for a second, grab a drink of water and hang out. Yeah, sat you with a huge assist, man. Thank you for showing me the fact that ProfitX had an actual website, because that really helps out a lot when it comes to just streaming in general. Everybody would rather see a website than some scrawny phone picture. So I appreciate that. Michael, do I use any offshore sports books? Personally, for myself, I might dabble. I might dabble with a few. Come check out my streams on my YouTube channel at 9 a.m. Eastern in the mornings, Monday through Friday, and you'll get a glimpse for yourself. But I would say chances are pretty high, Michael, pretty high. So here we are with James Cook, Will Howard, Bobby Portis. And I got to say this, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you want to, I don't know, if you're enjoying it and you're like, hey, man, this Billy guy is not half bad. He's not actually as big of a clown as I thought he might be. Then definitely come over and check out the YouTube page, man. I got a lot going on with the YouTube channel. And love for you guys just to check it out. I talk all about sports betting. That's all I do. I just want to help you guys make money sports betting. If you're finding any value at all in any of the information that I'm providing you, and you're like, this guy's not an absolute goof, then check it out right here. Okay, check it out if you want to, where I just kind of go through a little bit more in depth. Also, all my live streams are saved. You can go back and rewatch any of them. So if you want to see me break down certain plays, as we're looking at underdog right here at the moment, you can go ahead and do so. Let's take a look at better. Look at like some entries over at better. But definitely take a look. And if you guys are thinking about taking the plunge right now with OddsJam, I would highly recommend you do so. Right now, we are in one of the best months for sports betting. It's fantastic right now. We still have NFL playoffs, NBA, NHL, college hoops. We have a lot going on. And so this is a great time to kind of jump in and start your sports betting journey. I started it 3.5 years ago, and I've never looked back since. It's absolutely one of my favorite things. So better 5-man entries, some really good value over at better at the moment. Again, Wendell Carter is popping off right now. He's all over the place. Dude is all over the screen. So if I change this to maybe, you're going to see this is the best odds. And if I change this to anything outside of a 5-pick entry or a 6-pick, it's not going to be, the value is going to disappear very quickly. But this would be a top 5-pick insured entry right over here on better. Let's take a look at fliff. Julian, I wish I could make a demon slip for you, brother, but because I live in Pennsylvania, I can't make any slips. I can't make any DFS slips, right? So it's difficult for me. So the best I could do is showcase to you, prize picks just on the optimizer, but I can't go in and create a slip and then share the link with you because Pennsylvania won't allow me to make any DFS plays at all. Now, when I move back to Arizona in a couple of months, I'll be able to do that for you. I'll be able to play prize picks and underdog again, which is going to be a really good thing. I'm really excited about that. Looking at fliff, top plays on fliff. We hit up this Desmond Bain play earlier. We hit up over on a 2-leg parlay for Derek White. But here's some other plays if you wanted to go after fliff right now. And again, if you want to put all these plays in a parlay, that's cool. You want to play them as straight wagers? That's cool. You want to play the top 2 plays in a parlay? I'm good with that. All of these plays have an edge on their own, guys. It just depends on how risky, conservative, or aggressive you really want to be with all this. That's all it depends. So let's take a look at rebet. Let's see what we got on rebet right now. All right, over on Rebet. Yeah, these are some really juicy plays. I'm not going to lie, like super juicy. So if you want to go, the Timberwolves at +8 tonight against the Knicks. Looks like just Bet Rivers and Rebet has this. Normally, guys, I would go after maybe like Ohio Akron right here because Pinnacle has their line. Bet Online has a line set at -116. I would probably prefer the over 162 in Ohio versus Akron if you guys are using Rebet. I don't mind this at all. Let's take a look at some other books. Let's look at Parlay Play. We'll look at Sleeper. We'll look at Vivid Picks. We'll see what's going on. Parlay Play. Yeah, not bad. Not too bad. And again, as we're going throughout the day and going throughout the stream, guys, this is constantly changing. And if you live in a state like Texas, California, you don't maybe have access to legalized sports betting, then I'm a huge fan of the optimizer. Sleeper, big trash. All garbage here. Nothing, no value right now in Sleeper. Let's take a look at Vivid Picks. Dude, we're already 40 minutes in. Dude, this thing just flies by. I'm having a ball right now. Having a ball with you guys. Maybe going through some different slips. Yeah, this is, I mean, we need 5 picks, right? So if you had to dip into the Joker or D. Russell, I'm okay with it. It's not what I prefer to do. I would just probably prefer to wait until we have 5 entries, and then we're good to go, right? I don't mind that at all. And then let's look at Dabble. Let's see what we got on Dabble, and I'll throw up Hot Streak and then DraftKings Pick 6. So for Dabble, 5-pick entries, some really solid value on Dabble. If I change this over to 3-pick entries with no insurance, we're going to see some solid value over at Dabble as well. I'm heading down in a couple of weeks to see my dad in Florida, and I know Dabble's available, and I'm really excited to be able to fire up Dabble and just start tailing these plays. So for me, myself, I would rather, how much money do you have for Prize Picks or Underdog or Dabble? If you have $20, $50, $100, instead of putting it all on one slip, I would rather you chop up that dollar amount and just make a bunch of different combinations of a lot of slips and kind of take a look at this. And that's how I would prefer to attack it, right? Kind of spread the wealth, if you will, when it comes to making these slips. And if you want to add some plays in the yellow or orange right here, be my guest. I'm totally cool with that as well. I'm all about that. All right, so good value over at Dabble. If anyone uses Hot Streak, I don't know. Let me know if you guys use Hot Streak at all. Take a look over here. Bench press, what's going on, brother? You can take the Penguins money line at +122. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Robet made $3K on EV betting and then blew it on the slots. I mean, the only question I have for you, bro, is did you have a good time at the slots? I mean, obviously, towards the end, it sucked. But you're like, was it fun, though? I mean, because, like, dude. So I know jack squat about slots. I'm the guy at the slot machine. If I put in a max bet for like $20 or $10 and I hit if I make any profit at all, immediately I'm pressing the cash out button. But when it comes to sports betting, I'll sit here all day, dude. I'll sit here all day and place bets. But with slots, I'm an absolute noob when it comes to it. So we're looking over here at No Vig, some top, dude, Al Horford. I'm like, dude, what's going on with Al Horford right now? Over on his rebounds at 4.5. This looks pretty juicy. Let me pull this up on the Celtics game. I know Al Horford's like 1,000,000 years old, but like this is kind of a good price. Over 4.5 at +104 odds. Oh my, dude, there's $1,000 over here. All right, we got to get a little Al Horford here. Little Al Horford. So there's $1,000 right here, guys. I'm going to throw this in for $150. You guys want some Al Horford over 4.5? Really good over at No Vig right now. Really good price at +104. Really, no other sports books are offering plus odds on this, so I really like that. All right, we're going to hit that one up. I'll throw that one in the bet tracker. That's just too good to pass up. I cannot not get after that one. And that's where you're going to kind of find my ranges, guys. It's between 100. Now, if we see some money line spreads, I'll throw a $500 wager on. I have no problem. Player props, I go a little tread softly. But again, with No Vig Profit X, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that at all. You want to wager as much, you want to take up that whole $1,000, they're like, cool, we love that. So there's some solid plays, though. Zion over on his assist. Is Zion getting traded? Is Zion getting shipped out from the Pelicans, dude? Guys just not showing up right now. Really good over at Pinnacle. Good over at FanDuel. Again, guys, when you're looking at this, think of this as buying a stock. Pinnacle's like, yo, this should be priced at $197. FanDuel's like, this should be $172. And we're getting it for $145 over at No Vig. So I'm going to take a look at the liquidity on that one. Well, Jazz Pelicans, Zion over on his assists. The main looks like they have it at 4.5 or 5.5. Yeah, there's some good value over here. So I'm going to go a little heavier on Zion. He's probably going to sell me out. Is this dude selling me out? So I'm going to go 250 on Zion. There's going to be about $400 left over. If you guys want this over 4.5, go ahead and grab that. I'm cool with it. You can see the 4.5, 5.5. There's still some money left over, so don't be afraid to go after that if you want it. So there's 2 solid plays on No Vig. Love No Vig. Love No Vig. Love Profit X. 2 awesome books. We're in a little bit heavier there on Zion for 150. Go no. Popeyes is going to be sad. I know, man. Yeah, he's going to be sad for sure. They're going to need it. What's going on, Gordo? Good to hear from you, brother. So let me go ahead and check out Profit X because we already got this. We already got it teed up, ready to roll. And let me close a couple windows here and get this rolling. I'm fired up for the NFL for this weekend. I mean, my Steelers got knocked out lickety split. Ravens ran all over them. Doesn't matter though. Can we get this to load? You're kind of embarrassing me in front of my friends right now. But I'm really pumped up for the games tomorrow. 4:30 Chiefs Texans. There we go. All right, so we got some different. Now, again, guys, if you want to go after like Dosumu, you want to go after Max Christie or like Rui, these plays, I'm okay with it. For myself, I would rather, again, we already looked at Zion before. I would rather kind of come down and maybe go after like the Giannis plays, right? Because we're going to see that we're getting plus 115 at Pinnacle, plus 110 at FanDuel. We're getting plus 126 over at ProfitX. Giannis over on points. The only concern, and this is not an EV play, EV mindset, but like if the Bucks blow them out, if the Bucks blow out the Raptors after like 3 quarters, kind of like what the Clippers did to the Nets a couple nights ago, then Giannis is going to chill and sit. But again, let me go over to ProfitX and let's find this at over 29.5. Where's this at? Bucks Raptors. So Giannis right here at the over. This is at what? The over is at plus 109. All right, and wrong screen, Billy Boy. We want plus 126. So we're not getting that. So that's no bueno. I'm not interested. It's only $10. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm out. No, I'm out. I don't want that. It's all about the price. So again, guys, if you're willing to accept the worst price, you could get that. But obviously that was scooped up real quick. And so that's out of there. So I kind of like focusing on plays like maybe Jaylen Brown. Let's see. Plus 116 odds for the over 21.5 tonight. Pinnacle plus 106. FanDuel's at even money. We can get this at plus 116. Let's take a look at Jaylen Brown and let's see what this looks like. So we're looking at the over 20. Yeah, this is good. There's about $920 available on this play. Dude, my apologies there. I clicked on the wrong button again. About 3% edge. I'm good with this. I'll throw 200 on this. Leave a little money out there for you guys. Over 21.5. What do you mean? Try again? I got to. My location's solid. I know where I live. All right, we're in for $200 on Jaylen Brown. Over 21.5 points. Again, there's about $600 left out there for you guys. I'm not greedy. I'll leave you some, right? We can all get in on this action. But there we go. We're in for the over 21.5 for 200. And if you guys have noticed, it's pretty much how I love to sports bet. I love to play straight wagers. Love to play straight wagers. That's really my favorite way to go about it. I'll mess around with some parlays. I love round robin betting. But I'm not putting together 6, 7 leg parlays and being like, come on, I need you to hit. So that's kind of the difference here. Let's go back over to Prize Picks and Underdog. Oh, man, good value over at Prize Picks right now. Let me throw in the 2 minimum data points, and I'll pause for a second for 5 and 6. So, yeah, it changes a little bit. If I throw in 2 minimum data points, this changes a bit more. I'll take off the data points if you guys want to just run some different slips. Skunky Bull Flag, what's going on, guys? Health and benefits. Yeah, no doubt about that. What's going on, Skunky? Good to hear from you, brother. Hope you're having a solid day, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and stopping by the stream. Be back on here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kind of doing the same thing, going after it, going hard in the paint. Let me take away the minimum data points. This is obviously going to open up some more options for you guys. But again, when you get to this point, there's going to be a lot of fantasy scores. Or if, like, you're looking at this tennis match, well, there's only Underdog that has this set right now at 4.5, right? So there's not as much maybe confidence that you would have, but these are green plays. They're solid. It just all depends on, what you prefer. Do you want to have, 4 or 5 sportsbook opinions? Then set the minimum data points to 3, 4, or 5. If you're okay with none of them and just having one other, then you can go after it that way as well. All right. That's what's going on with Prize Picks. Let's show Underdog again. Okay. This is for 6-pick entries. Not bad, not terrible. Again, for esports guys, as you're going to notice, it's just prize picks right now or maybe parlay play that has the line set. So there's not going to be a ton, right? But this is what you would maybe run. And for esports, that's where I love esports. Because even when things maybe get dry up a little bit, esports is just 24/7, 365. There's always value, and I really love that. And that's where you can kind of go after maybe the fantasy middles tool right here at OddsJam, which is really awesome. So creating a fantasy middle slip where you can say, all right, well, if you have Dabble and you have prize picks, like you can hit the over on the field goals attempted by Zion, hit the under over on prize picks. And if Zion lands anywhere between 15 and 16, you're going to win both plays. 14 or 17, you're going to push one and win the other, right? But the idea here is if you create a 5 or 6 pick slip on prize picks, maybe a 5-pick entry, you do the same over at Dabble. You take Zion, you take Paulo, maybe you take Ant, you take Tyler Hero, and then maybe we got to put one more in, maybe like Grady Dick, right? And then that's where you're going to have an opportunity to middle some of these. That's the idea behind the middle strategy, is that some of these DFS books, they don't know where to set the line at. And so the real truth, the real source of truth for those books is somewhere right in the middle. And that's where you want to go. Again, when you're doing these with DFS, there's no guarantee that you're going to win. But the idea is that the line should be in the middle. And if you start to create a lot of slips, middling these two different books, whether it's Underdog, Better, Dabble, whatever the case is, you're going to be able to find some really good winners. And if you can hit a middle slip, dude, it's like the holy grail. It's incredible. Let's go back over the optimizer. And let's take a look at some other books that we can go kind of bounce around with a little bit. Let me show, for anyone that maybe uses, we'll look at DraftKings Pick 6 again. And then we'll hop back over to the positive EV tool. So DraftKings Pick 6, guys, this is for, let me move my head out of the way, 2-pick entries. 2-pick entries with no insurance, right? If we change this, really for DraftKings Pick 6, anyone that does play it, any other slip outside of 2-pick, you're getting, the price just absolutely plummets. It's terrible. So this is really the most optimal slip, and it's going to be the easiest to hit is 2-pick entries. So if you want to run some different combinations here, you could play, obviously, Nakamura, Cup as one, Brown and Smith as another. And then if you want to mix and match these again, maybe do A.J. Brown, Nakamura, that's one. Cup and Smith, that's another. Right? You can create some different combinations for these 2-pick entries. I'm totally cool with that. Just kind of sharing some thoughts there. All right, let me go back up here. Let's do a little refresh for the EV tool. And if you guys are running Sportzino, you want to run a 3-leg parlay here, maybe Sexton, Nikhil Walker, and then Kristaps. You could do that as well. You want to hit Nick Claxton over on his points and rebounds. Pair that with Austin Reeves, a little SGP. I'm cool with that. Or if you just want to bet these all as straight wagers, you could do that as well. Ooh, I got to check out Bet Openly. Peer-to-peer sportsbook that I absolutely love. They got the Nuggets on the money line at plus 101. Where are they at? They're right here. Right here, plus 101. Ooh, man, all my sharp sports books here see this at maybe minus 117. Let me take a look. Let me open Bet Openly. If you guys are not familiar with Bet Openly, they're similar to ProfitX and NoVig. It's peer-to-peer sports betting, so it's another place where you're never going to get limited. And let me just take a look on my other monitor here to make sure that it's actually available before I just go ahead and put it up there. But I'm a big fan of Bet Openly. Looks like on the Nuggets, yeah, looks like it's not there. No, it's not there at the moment. Let me see if I try to create the bet, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. And as I'm looking at this play, a couple good BetMGM plays. I could spend a lot of time on BetMGM going after these. I'm in on that. Yeah, no, never mind. This is no longer. So this value is no longer there. So I'm just going to hide this bet because it's not legit anymore. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. It's the way it goes. Miles Bridges on assists. We already hit this Alvarado play up. We hit the under on Desmond Bane earlier. Now the over showing. And that's going to happen sometimes when you're player prop betting. Remember, guys, you're making your best decision based off of the wager at the time, at the moment. And then you just kind of move on. Obviously, if you're putting together an underdog slip, Cam Johnson, under on his points and rebounds. I really, really like that. Aiden Hill on his saves. So this, Santi? Points, rebounds, and assists. Yeah, that disappeared pretty quick. That's not sticking around. Let me refresh once more. Aiden Hill on player saves over at FanDuel. The price dropped a little bit, but this looks really, really solid. Let me jump into this a little bit more to see what's going on. So Pinnacle has this set just down here at minus 105. Okay. FanDuel just kind of set their odds not too long ago, or at least that's when OddsJam picked it up. And then BetOnline had dropped a lot, and they're chilling at minus 103. In my opinion, this is just too good of a price on Aiden Hill. I can't pass up on this. I really can't pass this up. This is an ARB to Pinnacle also, guys. When the plus number is bigger than the minus number, this is an ARB to Pinnacle. ARB to Pinnacles are, for me, a green light special indicator that I want to go after this. So I'm just logging into FanDuel over here on the side. Beautiful. Let me use the one-click bet feature, and let's pull this bad boy up. Now, again, I don't have the stones to make me wager $750. I just want to make sure it's over 25.5 saves. That's what 26 plus is. Beautiful. So now what I'm going to do, move myself over here. Again, this is Aiden Hill for the Vegas Golden Knights, Carolina Hurricanes. If I wanted to wager a bunch of money over here on FanDuel, price is dropping. I got to go. About $1,100. I'm just going to go $250 on this again. I like that at $250. Price dropped. It's still a really good play. If I would have shut up and just hit the bet, we would have gotten better value. But again, Aiden Hill, over 25.5 saves tonight at plus 128 odds. We got that over at FanDuel. I'm excited about that. Even if the price dropped, guys, you could see if I just change the calculator from 134 to 128, there's still about an 8.5% edge on this play. They're telling me to wager 585. So I'm just going to go ahead and change this and then make sure I throw this in the bet tracker. I manually track every single bet that I place. Every single one, guys. I make sure that I track it. Tatum, under on points. This is an ARB to Circa. It's an ARB to BetOnline. This is the only sports book at no vig that's offering plus odds on this, unless you want to consider BetOnline. Let me check this over at no vig. This is looking really juicy. Oh, man. Oh, I'm having a ball right now smashing this up. So smashing these plays. Jason Tatum under. Yeah, that's already gonzo. See you later. It's at minus 110 right now in no vig. But that was fun for a second. That was fun to dream about it. And if it's there, if it's gone, that's fine. Looks like ProfitX, though, has this at plus 126. Is that true, ProfitX? Saying ain't so. Jason Tatum, if we go to 25.5, oh, my, there's $92. Yeah, that's already gone. Yeah. And again, guys, as we get closer, you could, if you guys just saw there, like the liquidity just like that on Jason Tatum. As we get closer to tip, get closer to game time, this is going to change. Liquidity is going to be bouncing back and forth. So it's going to be easy to get frustrated because maybe you miss out on some plays sometimes. It's just part of the game. You move on, you go with it. But yeah, man, we're almost hitting the hour mark too, which is normally where I go for the under 26.5. Is that, I'll take a look at this again. Let's look at events, 26.5. Yeah, no, it's not there anymore either. Yeah, that's all gone. So that sometimes that happens, guys. It was there for a second. Maybe it's gone. You might see that. It might be like a phantom line that happens. Some really good value, man. I could spend, John Morant over on his assist tonight on ProfitX. This is really good to FanDuel. It's really good anywhere else. It's not bad at no vig if you can't get it at ProfitX. Let's take a look at the over 7.5 assists in the Spurs game. Yeah, there's about $7,500 available on this play. At plus 112, we're getting, plus 115. So if we win this bet, we're getting paid out at basically plus 112 odds. I'm going to go in for 150 on this and hit this play up. And there's plenty of money out there for you guys if you want to go after some more John Morant. Plenty. There's still $7,200 available on this play. We're in for $150. Definitely like that. I'm in on that play. There we go. So, guys, that's basically a stream. No, Tatum's not available anymore, Mr. L, unfortunately. But I appreciate it, man. And, again, I'm going to be back on tomorrow, guys, as I'll finish off this and show you guys the top prize picks plays again. I'm going to be back on tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing the same thing, smashing bets, talking through the process, plays I like, plays I don't like, answering any questions that you guys have. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and stopping with me by the stream today, guys, and smashing some bets. Don't be afraid to reach out. Email me, DM me if you have any questions. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.